Hello everyone, welcome to Katharine's Creatures. This is a series where I get to talk a little bit about and touch base upon various mythological creatures, beast, beings, and the like pulled from lore worldwide. And I always like to preface by saying that I am not a linguist, so if I mispronounce anything, I apologize in advance. I try my best, but I know it has to happen. And today I kind of want to talk about a sort of, I guess essentially a vampire, but this one comes from South America, and there is relatively little lore about it, but it is the Azeman, and this South American, again, essentially vampire, is described as having the form of a female woman during the day. That's so realistic that people assume that she is just another person. But then at night, she transforms into some kind of bat more often than not. Though there are other stories that do say because of her shape-shifting ability, she can take on other forms, including the wolf. But the whole point of her kind of disguise is at night she goes on the hunt. And like the vampires from Europe, she's looking for blood. So she likes to drain the blood of her victims. Again, very, very, very closely reminiscent to some of the vampire lore found throughout Europe. And some other odd parallels, if you really dig into some of the older school vampire lore, the parallels on how to distract or dissuade the vampire is similar, including the fact that she has an obsession with counting. And if you know a lot of old lore between vampire-like creatures as well as certain fae and fairy-like creatures, this obsession of counting objects is very prevalent. And so two very common ways to prevent the Azeman from coming into your house and causing harm is one, you can lay a broom over the threshold of a door. And so when the Azeman arrives at your house, she is prevented from entering because she has to stop and count every bristle upon the broom. And of course, by the time she is done, the sun is rising. She has to flee to return back to her human-like form. The other alternative is probably even more famous when it comes to these kind of unfortunate or harmful entities throughout the world, and that is to sprinkle seeds upon the ground. And anytime the Azeman comes across various seeds or grains scattered on the ground, she has to stop and count each one of them. And again, preventing her from causing harm because she's taking up so much time trying to count the number of seeds. And because there is such an extreme overlap of lore with the Azeman, again from South America, and the European style vampires, a lot of people, or several people, do theorize that the Azeman came about when the Europeans started arriving, and their influence that they brought over to South America kind of influenced the people, and they created their own reiteration of a European style vampire. But that is essentially all I have on the Azeman right now. If you have any questions about this or anything else, post them in the comments below, or reach out to me on any of my other social media. And until next time, everyone, Skål.